What's going on, Sparks fans? I go by the name of DJ Treacy Trees, and welcome back to The Spark, a fan commentary podcast hosted by yours truly for your Los Angeles Sparks. Thanks for tuning back in. The LA Sparks had an electric weekend for basketball that included a road trip to Phoenix and then coming right back home to play the Seattle Storm. We secured a win in both games, and this weekend honestly belonged to Lexi Brown. She was all over the court in the first game, making three-pointers, making defensive stops, driving into the paint, getting the and one on Diana Taurasi with the footwork against BG. I mean, Lexi really had a great weekend, and I'm excited to see what more is in store for her this season. As always, Laisha was running the floor, getting some good defensive stops, and helping out the team with some awesome assists. Nneka and Shanae showed up as usual with the passing, dynamic passing to each other. Nneka with just owning the floor. I mean, she had double digits in both games. In game one against the Mercury in the second quarter, Zaya Cook came in and started cooking. I'm loving how Zaya is just fitting into the offense. She's coming into the game. She's getting a couple three-pointers, but she's also really out there hustling, running for the ball, doing all kinds of things that are helping our offense out. Another thing that worked in our favor against the Mercury was the Phoenix was turning over the ball like crazy. I think it was said that the Sparks scored 18 points off the 20 turnovers that Phoenix had. So Phoenix wasn't taking good care of the ball, but also too, our defense was locking it down. So it's not just the other team that was at fault. It's a lot of things that we were doing right on defense as well. Shanae fouled out of the game against Phoenix, but I was cool with that. We needed a little bit of contact in order to contend, to be honest. We are small in comparison to some teams who have larger centers, so I do think that Shanae sometimes got to go in there and get a little physical with it in order to contend a lot of shots. So seeing 5 fouls on Shanae in that first game wasn't anything that we needed to worry about. Joyner came in to hold it down, and we were already in a good position to win. I would like to just say out there, we've beat Phoenix 3 times. That third time, I was a little bit more worried. It went into overtime. But the team was able to still secure a win. I think we've mastered the level of Phoenix this season, right? But Friday's game with that overtime, there was nothing like that clutch 2 that Lexi just literally walked into. Like, everybody was just letting her do what she wanted to do. So she walked into that easy 2, got us that overtime, and we were able to lock it down. The game against the Seattle Storm was at home. I was actually in the building. It was a really great time. Some of the celebs that came out was Kyrie Irving, Wale was there. I mean, it's always a good time, but this game specifically, I feel like a lot of people showed out too, and the energy was really good in the building. Let me tell y'all something. Jewel Lloyd is a force to be reckoned with. Jewel was on my fantasy team this week, and man, am I so glad, because she set a league record in the game against the Sparks. They still didn't win, of course, because Jewel is now the veteran leader of that new Seattle Storm team, but Jewel can ball, y'all. I mean, if you contend, you don't contend. I was just yelling from my seat. Double Jewel. Jewel needs to be doubled at all times. I don't understand why we wasn't doubling Jewel and just forcing them to pass it into the paint so that Shanae and Nneka could grab it and defend the rim like we needed them to do, right? We just need to stop Jewel. We need to limit the amount of touches and possessions where Jewel is the scorer in order to beat the Seattle Storm again. We are playing them again this week at their home, so the team will be on the road. So as I look forward into that game, I'm a little worried, to be honest. Just watching it, if that game was 1 minute longer, we probably wouldn't have been able to hold on to that lead. But luckily it wasn't, and we did. So the Sparks go back-to-back for wins. The key to winning some basketball for the Sparks this week is keep up that fire defense, right? And just, keep passing the ball to Lexi. Jordan is on fire. All of the guards, just keep up that excitement and give that energy. I think that's what's going to make us stand out this season, is that hustle and that grit. And you really don't know where it's coming from. That's another thing. It's like some of these other super teams, you kind of know who the scorers are. But for us, I feel like we all can score in our own unique ways. If that's down in the paint, if that's just, passing out to the wing and getting that shot off, we've had a lot of good looks. So let's keep it going. Let's go, Sparks. Thank y'all so much for joining in for this episode. Now check y'all out next Monday. Make sure y'all stay tuned to that WNBA app. That's where I'm getting all of this information to. And if you can, go ahead and grab that league pass so you can watch all of the games around the W. I will see y'all right back here next week. Make sure you tune in and follow me on all social medias for my daily commentary, of course, at DJ Treacy Trees. That's at DJ TRICEY on every platform that you can type my name into. Y'all have a good week, and I will talk to you soon.